Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said now is a defining moment for crypto, and his group and others are working to play catch-up in DC.
This is an industry that has been behind in Washington and really been on the defensive from some, I think, uneducated and sometimes intentionally or not, I'm not sure, but really those who are trying to kill crypto in the United States at a time when we want the U.S. to be one of the financial centers of this next generation technology.
What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. We're back with another crypto update. We got a bunch to go over. We'll go over some price charts, looking at different assets, some recent news for Casper, XRP, HBAR, etc. So I just got back home late last night visiting family, so thanks a bunch for your patience, guys. I'll be back to making regular content. Also want to wish a happy Father's Day last week to all fathers out there. So I have a bunch of tabs open and a bunch of bullet points I want to go through as I'm playing a little catch up. We're going to trim these clips together and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so a few quick bullet points. Prices for Bitcoin on Monday fell as nearly $500 million in positions were liquidated. And consensus said that the SEC has ended its Ethereum 2.0 investigation. So they're saying that this announcement confirmed that ETH sales or Ethereum sales are not securities transactions, which could be a big win. And in a Senate banking hearing on Thursday, the SEC chair Gary Gensler said he expects that the spot Ethereum ETFs will begin trading this summer. So looking at the Bitcoin price chart on the monthly time frame, this is the most important chart in the crypto space, the largest asset. The most important thing for every single asset is to see this next cycle begin in the first major move for Bitcoin, drawing major moves in all-time highs. We can see the importance holding above this orange EMA. This is the 8-month exponential moving average during multiple cycles. So we're still above that level today. The 8-month EMA is at 56,600. Now looking at the past cycles, we can see the elections are this vertical line. After elections, it has historically been very bullish for the last 3 cycles. We have the purple circles here. These are the Bitcoin halving dates. So during the previous 3 cycles, we've always had a fat monthly candle closing above the previous cycle top, and we've yet to see that. And I still have these trend lines, but typically, once we're at an all-time high, we're not hanging around there too long, at least per the last 3 cycles. So thus far, we have been drawing longer than 2017 after breaking into an all-time high and then coming back down to the 8-month EMA, which also happens to be this trend line. I'm not sure that we actually hit this trend line. Anything is possible, but per the past cycles, I just want to see that Bitcoin holds the 8-month EMA as we wait for the first major move. Whether that's this summer with positive developments of the Ethereum spot ETF or if it takes a little longer. So structurally, there's still a lot of similarities compared to past cycles. We've just yet to see this monthly RSI run in tandem with that first large monthly candle closing above the previous cycle top. And same thing looking at the Bitcoin dominance. When this crashed, ultimate parabolic, same thing with this crash in 2021. We can see that Bitcoin dominance has been climbing, and what's interesting to note is this is the highest the monthly RSI or momentum has ever been. So I'm watching Bitcoin dominance on a daily basis to see if we're going to find our top around here, if we're going to go up and even tag 70 or actually enter overbought. So per the past 2 alt seasons, we haven't seen the next alt season occur yet, as Bitcoin dominance is still looking to find its top. So of course not financial advice, but based off of the data and what we've seen over the past 10 plus years, I believe the next cycle begins and we just need to see confirmation. So of course we can see multiple cycles even per the RSI, the momentum running into a variety of cups despite differences in length. We've also talked about the volatility before this move as we wait for this move, with Bitcoin dominance going up or staying the same, and if Bitcoin pulls back, it can get uglier. So for alts that are at higher retracements, for alts that are back in accumulation or at cycle lows, absolutely anything can happen. That's why I shared DAG as an example of price action last cycle in accumulation, up, down, up, down. There were 200 to 300% retracements followed by 70 to 80% crashes. So here we can see poking up to the highs and coming right back down. But what I want to emphasize is all of this price action was after Bitcoin led the way with major moves in all-time highs, even if it is weeks or months behind. So just looking at this, we can see DAG ranging, creating a spring as a low in accumulation. All of this didn't matter until we got confirmation from Bitcoin. And then we performed, we started trending, and then you can see it obeying a variety of Fibonacci extensions such as the 4.236. So we had almost like a double top at the 4.236, and if we draw another extension, just doing the next swing high down here, we can see wick to wick right up to the 4618. So we can see that all of this price action was only after Bitcoin led the way. So I definitely understand why Raul is calling this the banana zone when we're looking at the total liquidity index and just the past market cycles. And I'd also like to see the BVOL or Bitcoin's historical volatility index recover. When we're dumping, price action isn't fun. During the last 2 cycle tops for Bitcoin, the B-vol was over 50, even over 100. So I definitely don't want to see this keep going lower and lower. The weekly RSI is well below 50, and I just want to see this strong recovery sooner than later. Alright, let's run through a few pieces of news. I'm still playing a little catch up so we can go into a lot more depth in future videos. First up, we have Standard Chartered, so we know their connection with the company Ripple, and they are creating a Bitcoin and Ethereum trading desk in London. So here we can see this on Bloomberg, and it looks like this will be one of the first global banks to enter spot crypto trading in the wake of the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. So we'll keep tabs on this. We saw Bloomberg report this, and we'll just await any comments from Standard Chartered. Next up, the company Ripple put out their latest study involving 350 plus financial leaders shedding light on the challenges in payment reconciliation. So if you're interested, you can find this under Ripple Insights, and there's a bunch of information in this. Next up, shared by CasperLabs yesterday, they named a new CTO or Chief Technology Officer. His name is Greg Whalen. So I'll be diving a lot more into this. We can see highlighting 20 years experience, development efforts, and Prove AI. So here we have the press release naming Greg Whalen as CTO. I have a bunch of questions related to Meta, all types of things, so I'm just going to read a bit more, and then I'll cover more information in a future video. We can check out his LinkedIn and see his different degrees and his recent experience, 5 years at Amazon Web Services, and then also CTO at this group. I'll just call it Zendit. Whalen will lead the CasperLabs engineering team with an immediate focus on the Q3 launch of Prove AI, with support from IBM Consulting with over 20 years of experience in distributed computing and AI. Has led engineering teams at AWS, Zendit, and Experian. Whalen comes to CasperLabs from Zendit, the Southeast Asian financial infrastructure startup recently valued at nearly $1.5 billion. So he has experience leading engineering teams. We can see experience as a CTO for a startup, so in the startup and finance space. So let's hope he can carry that over and really help scale Prove AI. I was scrolling through the Telegram to hear directly from the CEO of CasperLabs on this, because I still have a bunch of questions. I know that new CTOs happen in the crypto space, and I've seen it for a bunch of projects, but just right now with current price action, there's going to be a lot of speculation. And I guess this transition has been in the works since February. So I definitely have a bunch more questions in general, so I'll probably go over a lot more of this in the future. And looking at Casper's GitHub, we know the development for Condor is complete. We're just waiting for it to be rolled out. And CasperLabs also just posted the 1-hour recording of the recent webinar discussing AI governance. We have Sham over at IBM Consulting. So they shared this right on X for anybody curious if you want to catch the full thing. We had shared by Ripple Brad Garlinghouse joining CNBC Crypto World this week, so I'll play that clip in the beginning of this video. We'll dive into more Hedera stuff in an upcoming video because there's several pieces of news I want to go over. And I'll also dive into the price charts in one of these next videos, going over Casper, Curve, Kava, Engine, any assets that are at cycle lows. And the question now becomes, if this is a spring in accumulation, how deep is the spring? And last but not least, guys, we have iTrustCapital linked in the top of the YouTube video description for anybody interested in a crypto retirement account, an IRA, a Roth IRA, a 401k, etc. I'm looking forward to the announcements that will be coming out later this year, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.